All right, guys. Um, I'm probably gonna start gaming when I make these type of videos because obviously, if I have just the markets up, you guys are probably gonna get bored and leave. But this is for people who really need to hear what I have to say. This is basically how to bounce back from trading bad or having to trade a bad trading week, month, or even a year or whatever. This is how to bounce back. Um, I'm sharing this with you guys to be transparent. So as you know, in the past, I had five funded accounts, or at least three funded accounts, and I was getting payouts back to back to back. And then I just started getting lazy over. I started getting lazy, number one, and number two, on X, I started comparing myself to others. While I was getting like $300 and $400 days, there were other traders who were $1,000 days, making $2,000 days, and I started comparing myself to them and their journey. And besides the discipline aspect, that really messed me up because it caused me to lose my discipline. It caused me to trade with bigger contracts like NQ only, and it led to blowing accounts, which I was not really used to because even if I blew accounts back then, I would just blow one. It would be like a little small mistake or whatever. But after I blew my funded accounts, I did the combines again, passed them right away, and on day four, it was either day four or three. Mind you, I did the five combines again and passed them like in 2 days. By day four, I was profitable on those funded accounts, and you need 5 days to take a payout of 200 plus. For some reason, on day four, I just got greedy. I was looking at X already. I got greedy, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna increase my size because I want that $1,000 day or whatever. And I ended up blowing all five of those new funded accounts, and I was already up like 1,500 on each of them, right? And there was some stuff that kind of went wrong with Top Step X, the platform. I thought I had switched from one account to another, but it is what it is. It was really at the end of the day, it's my fault from not paying attention, but not also losing my discipline. Now, those were the main two reasons: me getting lazy and losing my discipline, and comparing myself to others. You don't want to do that in trading. It's going to ruin you. And I found out firsthand. And after I lost those second group of five combine accounts, man, I literally just started running through resets. And I've never been a gambler. I've never been a person who even tries to gamble money. I turned gambling away right away. And it literally felt like I was gambling. So I literally bought five more accounts. And I think that's the other thing when you have the money that you can easily like just spend on combines five at a time. So it's like 245 for five accounts because it's $49 each. Yeah, 245. You kind of just are able to splurge on combines. So I was like splurging on resets and splurging on combines. And I was blowing the combines. So I went from blowing the funded accounts to blowing the combines. I kind of, what's the word for, I started progressing backwards, right? So after one other day, it was like one day, I was like, I was already fed up with myself, but it was like one day I traded, and as soon as I got in, the market just went against me. Like, not a win against me because it's not the market's not trying to target you, but went against me in the sense of I got in for a trade, like for a buy or whatever, and it just shot down right away after you know it was doing the opposite the other day, another day, another day, right? And I just got irritated. Like I was genuinely heated. I got mad and everything. So what I did was I got so mad I literally just stopped trading for a day or two. I think it was a day or two. I literally stopped trading for a day or two. I was like, man, I'm getting irritated because this used to be so easy. I had developed this skill or whatever, and now like I'm struggling. And it's not even with the trading part; it's with the mental part. Because every trade I took, I just got stopped out, but the trade ended up going in my direction. Or if I lost a trade, there was nothing there to trade. I was trying to force a trade, which let me know I was still, being greedy. So I took a day or two away from trading and I focused on my training business. I was like, you know what? I have great clients or whatever. Let me just focus on training them, making them better players, and I can always come back to trading because it's just a skill I love to have. I love trading, right? And so I took 2 days off from trading, and I opened my trading view, and I opened the paper trading thing as you can see right here, and I just traded for like an hour straight. Like I literally just replayed, trade for hours straight, trade for hours straight, over and over and over again. And I was about, my percentage from what I tracked was about 60%. So I was like, okay, well, it's not really me just getting into bad trades. Obviously, this is back testing or fake trading or whatever. But my strategy was working. But I don't. At this point, I don't think it was a strategy or whatever. I was just lazy or whatever. So I was like, okay, at this point, if I'm winning 60% of these trades, at this point, it's just me. It's just me mentally. It's me and my mental. So I was like, you know what? Instead of going by another combine or another straight to funded account, actually, my bad. Instead of buying another straight to funded account with like Tradeify or whatever, let's just buy one Top Step combine and let's just trade it, right? But I said before I even trade the combine, I'm going to study trading for the next 4 to 5 days. Now I'm going to trade alongside of it, but I'm going to literally study every single day, um, every single day for an hour, 2 hours. I'm just gonna study it. I'm just gonna relearn everything. So what happened was I opened the combine from the last video is just one combine account, and I was like, okay, I'm only gonna trade one contract. I'm gonna put alerts on the chart. I'm gonna go back to what made trading work for me personally. I would get in for a buy or sell. I would set my stop loss and my take profit. I would put alerts on the chart and I would just leave. Just leave the chart. That's it. Now, while that's going on, or if whether I'm in or out of a trade, I am studying trading for an hour, 2 hours. So all I did was go on YouTube and I literally looked up like who are the best traders on YouTube, or like maybe not the best traders, but who are the best teachers on YouTube. So I was like, okay, well, obviously, I started kind of with Nick Sean, you know, I seen TGR trades or whatever, but I don't really like how he teaches because I don't know. I just don't like how he teaches, but I can see how people learn from him. Who else? Patrick Whalen. I even bought his course or whatever. You can probably see it right here. I bought his course. Even when I was profitable, I had bought his course. I was like, you know what? Let me see how Patrick Whalen trades, right? Because I've been to a couple of his lives or whatever, but um, he's a good trader. Obviously, you got to be good if you took out 800,000 last year from Apex and all the trading platforms alone that he trades or whatever, right? So, but I just kept looking and I found a YouTube video. It was like, okay, here are the best traders. Here are the best traders with no fluff. And he ranked them. He was like overrated, the best of the best on YouTube, overrated, this and that. And there was this one YouTube channel. Um, one YouTube channel. It was like 3 YouTube channels in the best of the best, right? Cause he put ICT up there. Now we all know from the evidence from like Iman's channel and even Patrick Whalen's Twitter beef with Michael from ICT that he's not really profitable trading. But I see a lot of people who trades his way that works, right? And that's the thing too. Like obviously we would prefer people be profitable traders when they teach, but at the same time, he's helped a lot of people. So I kind of get the hate, but I also get the kind of the love he got, like he get from people or whatever. So there was this channel called Zoopsy. Like I think it's called Zuti. And he was listed as one of the best or whatever as far as teaching go. I haven't seen him trade. I just seen, okay, I just need somebody who can teach me how to trade so I can relearn this stuff again. Like just relearn it and filter out all the stuff I just seen on X, the ideas I seen on X, blah blah blah, this and that. So I seen that he off. I watched two videos. Two videos. It was just him live trading or whatever, or not live trading, but obviously he was documenting his trade or whatever. And he, he from what he was showing on the screen and him, because it had to be live market, because they had the time right here and everything, and it would just sped up. But you can kind of see like he know exactly what he's doing, and he was sort of like anonymous. So I was like, man, I like people who teach stuff and they're kind of anonymous because I would prefer to be anonymous and everything. So I ended up going to his WAP account where all his trading course is, and I ended up just buying a lifetime. I was like, you know what? I'm going to study this, and I'm willing to invest. I think it's like $450. I'm like, I'm willing to invest in myself to learn this skill, even if this skill, doesn't replace my training 100%. It can immediately supplement it to where I can invest it in other things, right? So I ended up buying it, the course. And like I said, alongside me learning, I'm trading on Top Step, but I'm only taking one contract. So even if I lose, I'm only down like $100, $200 or whatever. So like 1-2%, or not even 1-2%. I don't know. Anyways, so I started with that, and I literally just sat down on the computer and I just learned and watched. I didn't take no notes. I learned for 25 minutes, take a break for 5, 25, take a break for 5. And I started like obviously remembering this stuff. I'm like, okay, they have different definitions for things like support resistance. They don't call it support resistance. Liquidity sweeps, PD arrays, all this other stuff. And so I'm kind of just learning or whatever, right? And then when I came to the market the next day, I was like, dang, I could kind of see how I can kind of see what he's teaching. Like I could kind of see it in the chart. And not only that, instead, for example, like if I go to like, okay, let's just do this. We know the market goes up, down, up, down. Actually, let's do it. We know the market goes up, down, 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 down. But it moves like in waves a little bit, right? I would always struggle with like kind of finding entries, like because I'm used to trading support resistance. So if it comes up here, okay, this is support, for example. Okay, this would be resistance down here because that was right. But if I wanted to enter in and I know it's selling off, the only way I would be able to enter in is if it came back to this area. Now, obviously, this is support, so it would have to bounce, and I would have to wait again. And let's say I got in for a sell here, I would get in for a little profit or whatever if I move my stop loss up, but it goes against me right away, right? But it wasn't until I started watching his content and understand the market more, I was able to see like, okay, we're in a downtrend. I know where I should be entering at or whatever. And it's easy to just be like, okay, well, this is resistance right here or whatever. So if it comes back up here, yeah, that's easy to say in hindsight. And everything is easy to trade in hindsight. But seeing it in live time is hard or whatever. So if you ever need to take a break from trading, I recommend taking a break from trading. Like just take 1 day, 2 days. Just don't trade. Relax your mind. Go do something else. Go do something, you passionate about and enjoy. And then if you feel like, okay, well, I just can't trade, like, I'm struggling, I just can't trade, like I can't see the market how I used to, blah blah blah. Because this is honestly these last 3 months has been the hardest the market has ever been. I've never experienced this or whatever. So this is my first time obviously going through how hard the market has been. But um if you're struggling like that and you can't seem to time the market or time the price or whatever, dude, just go relearn everything. Go learn all over again. Don't change your strategy or whatever. Don't learn. I mean, go learn everything all over again. Go refresh your knowledge because once you stop learning, you're going backwards. And that's the kind of realization I came to. Okay, well, I just made 10,000 in 3.5 weeks. I don't really need to learn no more. No bullshit, because you've been losing the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or however long it's been. And now, since relearning new stuff, learning, focusing, practicing, and everything, now I can kind of see how the market moves to the point to where I can just enter a trade here. Um, I can sort of enter any trade here, right? Say I enter a trade here, I could kind of just do this and just leave the charts. I could just leave the charts. On top of that, even going through the course or whatever, it doesn't really, it gives a time frame, but it doesn't really say like, okay, you got to trade this specific time frame. No, it doesn't do that. It actually, by me going back and relearning, it actually made me a better trader in the sense of I realized 15 minutes is too long for me. I'm patient, but as far as this trading stuff, I'm not very patient. I always tell people, like I've said in previous videos, if you get in here, well, why the hell did I get a box? If you get in here, right, and this candle finishes right here, I'm moving my stop loss up to break even right away. Because I don't, want the market to go up for a second and come against me right away. So I kind of transitioned to the 5 minute, 1 minute, which I've been trying to avoid for so long. Because from YouTube it tells you, oh, we'll just trade with the higher time frame. Yeah, trade with the higher time frame, but for people who, like, it goes off your personality type, right? So I did kind of got, and the thing is, I've been able to read the market better with the 1 minute going down. Like, I'm using the 15 minute and 1 hour and even the 4 hour for like the bias of where it's going. Is the market going down or up? But at the same time, at the exact same time, trading the 1 minute has been the easiest trading ever, because literally, I don't know, it's just been easy for me. I don't know how to else to describe it or whatever. But like I said, if you struggling to bounce back from trading, take a break. Go relearn things. Go practice. Because practice is gonna give you confidence. It's the same thing I tell my basketball players, uh, especially the girls players. If you just stay in the gym, you have no choice but to get better. Even if you're not doing anything, if you just stay in a gym, you gonna have nothing to do. You gonna get so bored in the gym. Even if you hate basketball, you could just stay in the gym. If you're that bored, eventually you're gonna get to the bored to the point where it's like, dang, like I might as well shoot around, or dang, I might as well start doing layups, or dang, I might as well start playing against people, because you're gonna get so bored. You have no other environment. There's no other environment factor to take place, which is why I tell players, stay in the gym. If you got free time, go to the gym and just sit in that motherfucker. If you're bored, but over time, eventually, you're just gonna get better just by being in there, because you have no choice. And that's sort of how I did with trading. Okay, I suck at trading right now. Last 2-3 weeks, I suck at trading. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna study trading. I'm gonna go to this trading view, and I'm just gonna practice. And I have no choice but to get better. And if I don't get better, I'm gonna just practice longer. I have no choice but to get better. And by that point, if you practicing for like an hour, 30 minutes, 40, that time adds up. And that's what that gave me. Me studying and me coming to the chart on the on TradingView and using replay mode gave me all the confidence I needed to take trades without doubting myself. It also gave me all the confidence I need to take a trade with a bigger size and lose and not be panicking. And that's another thing. Sorry, this video is long as hell, but that's another thing. When I was on my losing streak, just losing 200 on one NQ contract was like, had me going crazy, like had me stressed the fuck out. I literally took a trade today. If I go to it, if I go to, where is it at? Okay, here you go. I literally took one NQ contract today and was down 800. Now, I should have had a stop loss on this, obviously. But I was down 800 and didn't even give a fuck. Like, I didn't care at all, bro. Then, when the big candle hit, is this one? No. Another one, yeah. When I was down 780, I didn't even care. Then I was down 730, I didn't even care. But this was because of some news, so this was some bull jive or bullshit or whatever. But I was down 730, didn't even care because I know, okay, I know what I'm looking for. Look, even me staying in longer, 10 to 30 minutes, 100% win rate. So I'm just sharing with you guys my opinion on how to bounce back from trading. I know this is a long video, but it may be needed for some people or whatever. I'm probably gonna do like gaming in the background while I do videos like this. So you might see some Battlefield or whatever. I ain't gonna do Call of Duty because everybody do that. But anyways, that's it for the video. I ended my trading community recently because I needed to get back to focusing on trading. But what I have done and what I've been working on in the background is I created a WAP account. So I'm gonna have a community there, but I'm gonna have Discord because I seen a lot of people didn't really engage with the community on Circle because it's not like Discord. So I'm gonna create the WAP community and have Discord as an extension of it, so you can learn the courses in WAP, talk through Discord or whatever. I feel like people think that's better. But that's it for the video. See you guys next time. Peace.